Starting. All right. I think we are live. Hey everyone, this is QuadraTron or QuadraDev Talk Shop podcast. This is episode 0.2 alpha. We're trying something new. What we've been doing is we've been having these virtual happy hours, and we end up like talking shop for a few hours. And we thought it'd be cool if we can just share those conversations. They're very casual. They're very spur of the moment. Sometimes the conversations evolve organically, and we thought it'd be cool if we just like play some game while we're talking. So the conversation might be about the game we play. It might not be about that. And each podcast episode, we're going to play some different game. It could be a game that is we're working on, or it could just be a game we enjoy playing. With us, we have myself. I'm Zenis from QuadraTron. We have Eric from QuadraTron, or Ice Planet. We're calling our little indie studio for the game we're working on. We have Jerome, and we also have our friend Rob, who is from Brotherly, working on his own game called City of Murals, which we did in the last podcast. So, hey everyone, how you doing?
Great.
Good. How are you?
Good. Yeah, and we're going to be playing a game called Deeper, which is the game that Ice Planet is currently working on. So let's change the thumbnail to actually be. We're going to also. This is like alpha, so we're trying to iron out all the bugs of how to do this, and we're using Discord to kind of stream each other's desktop and what we're playing while we all talk. And let's see. Let's do a sound check. Okay, so I can see myself on the OBS mic. Someone else say something?
Hello.
All right, that's really loud, so I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Jerome, say something.
Hello there.
All right, and Rob.
Hey.
Hey. All right, and I have also desktop audio, but we're not going to play sound from the game because it's not really ready for prime time yet. So it's mostly going to be us talking. In the future, we might have sound from the game playing a little bit lower than our mic over. All right, and one last thing I want to check. So I'm going to go to the actual stream, and I want to see if it's streaming. Let's put the mic down on that. Let's hit play. Yeah, it looks like we're live. Okay. So I'm just going to move this over here so I can see that. And I'm going to pause that. And looks like I've set that up. Okay, yeah, so again, we're just going to do it pretty casually, and we're just going to get started. I think what we'll do to kind of get the conversation going is we'll talk a little bit about Deeper. And Rob's going to play it. Rob's never played the game before. So we're going to see how he manages or doesn't manage, and we'll just try to get an organic conversation going about it. And then that might evolve into other things. So stay tuned. All right, Rob, go ahead, hit play, and yeah, give us your thoughts a little bit about what you're doing.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, I recognize this little guy.
Yeah.
He's on the asset store,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So that's well, I think that's from the Itch.io asset store. There was some pixel.
Oh,
art.
is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So some of the art is from so we're using an engine called Top Down Engine from More Mountains. And a lot of this is their art. We have some of the art we're working on. I don't know, Jerome, is that in this build?
Yes. Yeah, once you get past the scene, all of the character art, except for like the occasional sprite, is art done by our artist Lou.
Yeah, Lou, who could not be here tonight, but will be in future podcasts. All right. Yeah, Rob, tell us what you're doing and what you're thinking, because we'll do this. This is our first play test. Actually, Jerome play tested it the other day, but with some other people. But I haven't seen people play test it.
Cool. Can I? So should this work if I hit A?
Well, I
Or
think
It should not be A. I think it's space.
space?
Or
Okay.
E, actually.
Oh,
E.
E.
E,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. That's what it is. Okay.
It would
Yeah.
be A on a controller.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, now that makes more sense. Okay. Yeah, because I did try space, but then it wasn't. Oh, okay.
So you got 2
Coins.
coins already. Very good.
Okay. What happens if I delete?
Do it.
Does it delete
Get rid
the
of your 2
coins?
coins.
No, I don't. I want to keep them. Cool. I didn't know. I don't know how. I don't know if you want me to go into like teacher mode.
No, go for it. Damn,
But,
whatever
like-
you want to talk about.
I didn't know these were different. They could use some sort of. Maybe these become shops or something. They could use some sort of signifier.
Yeah,
to
a
be
lot
like,
of-
Yeah, they definitely will. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of
Okay.
this is just temporary, testing out technologies to make sure everything works. So it's not really, it's definitely work in progress, and this is just prototype.
flavor screen. Nice. What kind of flavor is this gonna have?
It looks like it's maybe blue raspberry.
Cool.
Zenis, you should move your mouse off to the side. I can see
All right, yeah, sorry.
it. We're in the stream.
So if I, okay, so I can't interact with these little treasures.
No.
No,
Okay. Okay.
go ahead.
Go
Eric.
ahead.
Okay.
They're from someone who was working with us a little bit ago, and he made the floor tiles that you see. And he added those at first as a way to like just show what it might look like.
Yeah.
But we haven't gotten around to actually getting rid of those tiles from showing up because we have a different way of actually placing treasure chests now.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna jump in to one of these. I went left the first time. Okay, this is
Oh,
different.
cool.
Okay,
So
this
this
is
still has
different.
this has the correct art. Oh yeah, because this one you can test the weapon in.
I've not seen it.
Ah, okay. So
Yeah, I don't think it actually works yet.
Oh, okay.
I got the room put together, but I don't think the weapons swap properly.
Yeah, but the idea of this room is that it's supposed to be a training room type thing, so you can try out the different weapons and pick up the ammo, and then I think you can probably hit that knight guy.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Cool.
Well,
So-
Maybe not yet.
eventually, yeah, eventually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So then that's the premise of this room. But yeah, it's still. I think that was just added like a week or 2 ago, so it's very new. And then this should be the game.
So, ooh, I wonder. Okay. So I do like if I left quick, I kind of swing, but I don't see anything, so I don't know if I'm like really swinging. Ooh.
Yeah. So we don't have
Or-
the. Go ahead, Drum.
Oh, I was gonna say like I could. At first, I thought maybe the laser could hit people, but I'm
That'd be cool.
maybe, but I don't know. So if I do swing, oh, you
Huh.
got me. I'm not moving.
The new one.
Yeah, you're dead. I don't know why
Oh, okay.
you're stuck like that, but
Yeah, that's weird that it didn't
Okay.
have. Actually, let me
So I
check
guess-
my build. Let's see what happens.
Hit the escape key.
Nothing.
huh?
That's why we play test.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Cool.
we're pretty new with a build. This is one of the first builds we made. So
If
yeah,
I
there
if
might
I
be
have
some-
to if I lose, oh shoot. Oh, this spawned on a different screen. Let me see if I can. Does anyone know?
Meanwhile, we're all watching Rob's desktop.
Does anyone know? Is it Alt Windows key arrow to move a screen, or
I have
don't know
no
why
idea.
Oh my
flipped?
God, I used to know that. I know if you shift right click or alt right click on the icon in the bottom menu, and then
Shift
you
right
drag
click?
it over- Well, shift right click. So once you have it open, then like on your not start menu, but like the taskbar at the bottom, if you right click on the shift either shift right click or alt right click on it, then you can choose move, and you can move it to a different screen.
Shift right click.
Or try alt right click. Right click.
Okay.
Do you want
Let
me
me
to
try
share
this.
my screen while you're doing
Here,
it?
I'll just flip the screen. So let me see. Sorry, it was on. It was. Can you
Yep.
see it now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is going to
It
be a
was.
tradition now. We have to have Rob have technical difficulties every fucking.
It was. It was when I initially launched it. It was on my other screen. Okay, we're back.
That's probably what was causing the bug. Your other screen.
That's what. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, cool. When that happened, so that also okay. So I'm not getting hit there. That's like some bomb going off. I imagine. I guess.
No, are you
Somewhere.
pressing the attack button?
Well, sometimes it.
Oh, that's someone
if there's-
shooting. Yeah.
Yeah, if there's a bard in the scene, bards shoot randomly.
Okay.
And so you can see, even if you're nowhere near them, you can tell that there's a bard somewhere in the screen,
Okay.
or in the scene. We're probably going to change that to be softer music in the future, so it won't just be extremely loud bullet noises all the time.
So, how do I attack? Is it E or
So-
left click or?
Left click is your basic attack. Right click, if you have ammo, is your ranged attack. But currently, you have no ammo.
Oh, okay. How do I I guess I can't see like a sword swing or anything. Like, is that ooh?
Yeah, not yet. We just put in the new character and enemy animations, so they don't have all of the
Well, really just
attack
sprites.
animations. Yeah, it's really basically just sprites. So they don't really have any animations yet,
Oh,
which does make it difficult to to play.
Yes.
But
Death screen worked that time.
yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think it's just like maybe when you're super close to the enemy or something. I'm not sure. Oh,
Ooh.
there you go. You picked up some ammo. You might not have noticed, but you have 1 out of 5 ammo.
okay. Oh, I got 1 out of 5. Okay. Okay. Okay, now I'm getting the hang of it. So, because I was like, I didn't see the attack, so I was like, I don't know if I'm hitting the right button or like where I guess it would attack or
Mm-hmm.
is this like a dead guy? Are
Yeah.
these dead guys?
Yeah. Yeah, their death sprites are still the old
Ooh.
asset store sprites we had.
Ooh. Ah.
Ooh,
Okay.
got 9 coins though.
Can I spend the coins? Maybe if I go back to the main menu.
You just collect the coins. So the premise of the game is your kobold and your dragon's horde got stolen by these adventurers, and so you're going around the cave trying to get your dragon's horde back. And so the gold coins are the lowest level of treasure you can get.
How do you know how much ammo you have?
Top right, where it says below your sword, it says 1 of 5.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. The sword made me think it was related to the sword or something.
Yeah, there's different weapons. There's different primary weapons you can have, and so where it shows the sword right now is the primary weapon you have equipped. So like if you had the axe, it would show an axe there.
Ooh.
I don't think you can have the axe in a build yet, because right now you have to change it in the editor.
Ooh.
I probably should have done that. Is give you a
Yeah.
different weapon.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh. There we go. Okay. What if I just ran past all these guys? Do you get anything for going like super just deep?
You get deeper.
That's actually something else that Robert mentioned when he was playtesting last week. Is wondering if there is like a speed element to it, like if there was like a multiplier or something along those lines for going faster.
Yeah, so I mean, not currently. The idea is when you get deeper, you will get better treasures the deeper you go. So in theory, quickly getting deeper will mean you can get your score up faster by getting better treasures.
We're also thinking about making it such that you have to find the key to the next level in the treasure chests. So
Hmm.
that means you have to explore, get all the treasure chests, and then you can leave. You don't necessarily have to kill all the enemies, but you get more points if you do. Or more treasure. Treasure is basically your points.
He just got a unique treasure. I forget because it's always just unlocked on my play because I play in the editor and it's just saved as being acquired. But the fighter has a chance to drop an item for your horde, and that was the little badly drawn programmer art. That was super small, so you couldn't tell what it was. Um, but that was cool. I forgot that was there, honestly, because I'm
If
just
you
used
hit
to it not being there.
Yeah, and if you hit I, you can see the inventory of the stuff
Oh,
you
right.
collected.
Oh,
Yeah. So that first one is the I think it's the nearly immovable rod, and that second one is the historically inaccurate helm.
do they? Can I equip it? Is it
No,
equipped?
they're like unique treasures that come with, you can find them throughout, and the idea is that you can collect all the unique treasures, and they have a certain gold value that adds to your hoard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so once you finish the run, they'll go into your horde and be saved there.
Ooh. So what? Oh, I died. Deepness near the around queen. Cool.
Oh,
So
so
if I
these
went,
aren't unique. They're just are those Eric? Are those treasures that you can find multiple times, or are they actually the unique ones?
They are the unique ones. So
Okay.
once you do a run again, you won't be able to find them unless you delete your save.
Okay. But there's also other ones like gems and
Yeah, currently coins are the only ones that are
okay.
like that, but there will be, yeah, gems and whatnot and things that have a higher gold value.
holy shit.
Whew. That's a fun one, all the bards.
The band.
Yeah, Battle of the Bands. Because I think there's just, what is that, 2 instances of the band right next to each other?
That is impressive. Yeah.
Yeah. So the idea is that there's these parties of adventurers in there, and we all have all these like unique party combinations. So this one's called Battle of the Bands, but there's like ones that have like a cleric and 2 fighters, or 4 rogues and a wizard, and they all have unique names.
Are these? I assume these were like procedural levels. Or are they like? Are they
Yeah.
procedural? Or okay.
Yeah, they're procedurally generated. And we're pretty far along on that. I'm sure there's still going to be some inconsistencies that we need to work around. It's rare, but occasionally the treasure chests will spawn in like the middle of a hallway and prevent you from moving.
Oh, yeah. Some reason it is. Let's do this again. I don't know why why is it not moving? It's not you. It's that. Yeah.
Uh,
41
Alright.
coins.
Is
Nice.
it moving? It's moving now, right?
Yeah, I can see you in OBS.
Okay. Technical difficulties. I don't know why OBS stopped getting the live feed, but work in progress. We'll figure
Yep.
it out.
This part, I guess. Um, hmm. It's just like a wording thing, I guess. Because like, if you restart at 1, but you don't go to the hub.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be like play again or something like that.
Yeah. I
Like,
have.
or even like maybe this could be like, or maybe there just needs 3 options. One that says go back to hub or something, maybe.
Or one that says let you quit the game.
Right. Yeah.
So you're saying that return to menu or whatever it says should take you back to the original menu and not to here, and there should be a third option that brings you to here?
Yeah, or something.
Okay.
Seeing the menu makes me think that I'd go to the main menu or something. Yeah, as
Makes
opposed to
sense.
the hub here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
There you go, 83.
Oh, I have 83. Okay, cool. Is there? Oh, there's no. I can't spend them yet, right?
No.
No, and you're never going to be able to spend them. That's just your kind
Okay.
of total score throughout
Okay.
the whole thing. It's just an ever-growing number.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the leaderboards will be like more like a scoreboard, so you can see who's collected the most and what you've collected. So the horde is like just for you to see what your overall score has been and all the things you've collected and how many levels you've gone and whereas I'm sorry, not how many levels you got, like how many things you've collected, the unique ones, the not unique ones, how many gems maybe, and then like the leaderboard is more like how many things you've done in a run, like how much gold value you've gotten a run, and maybe how deep you've gone into the levels, and then how you can compare that to other people playing the game.
Yeah, and then I think we were gonna have one of just like biggest
Holy.
horde, that you can
Ooh.
also compare to other people, and that was gonna be our 3 leaderboards.
I like the way the stuff is spawning out of the chests now.
Yeah, I still do want to make the change that you mentioned where it's like one at a time, in quick succession, like in Diablo. But just increasing the number, that's all I did. More things spawn from the chest, and so now it looks more like a bunch of stuff is spawning instead of, when it was 1 to 3 things, most of those things would be immediately picked up because they spawn right where you're at. And it wouldn't really look like the treasure chest is spawning much.
So, Rob, have you played a lot of games that are similar to this?
Oh, I haven't played a ton of roguelikes, actually. and usually I guess not top-down ones. But I'm not a real gamer anymore, so I don't know. Like I know of them, but I guess I just haven't played them. Because also I get
Oh,
that guy.
the rogue,
Pierce me.
gotcha.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I don't know. They didn't have these. I don't know when we were younger, right? Or at least I didn't play them. I don't know. Ooh, I could go for the bullet uh existing a little longer, I guess, shooting across the screen, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we recently just changed it to not go all the way across the screen.
Oh, really?
Um, we're still trying to find the balance, because previously we had a lot of ammo, and basically once you got some ammo, the way to play was to just shoot everything. And we want you to use your sword more often, so we wanted the ranged weapon to be more limited. Um, but obviously we're still testing it, so we might make it, farther or something like that. Um,
Ooh,
One thing I want to do, we'll see if we have time to implement it. It probably wouldn't be too difficult. Is maybe something where like you hold down the button and then the weapon doesn't throw until you release it, and the longer you hold it down, the farther it goes. Like
that'd be cool.
charging up like throwing a rock or something, or if it's a slingshot. We're still a little iffy on what exactly the ranged weapon is going to be thematically.
I guess the real question is, how are you going to make this like Zelda Tears of the Kingdom?
Exactly. I think we're just a few patches away from there.
Why can't I
Yeah.
build a vehicle yet?
Whoa, what's that party, Jerome? The 4 clerics and a wizard.
Let's see.
Ooh,
I really need to keep like a spreadsheet with all of these if I can easily access them.
So the clerics raise the dead guys and heal each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so one of those clerics got resurrected. I don't know if you noticed.
oh, really?
Yeah, you killed it after it got resurrected,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah.
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah, we do need to make um once you get used to it, you can kind of tell when the fighter's about to do its attack, but we do need to make it a little bit clearer, I think. Like he does move his weapon a certain way, but it also looks a little different depending on what direction he's facing, and so it uh it can be a little confusing.
That was the congregation, the wizard and 4 clerics.
Ooh.
Nice, nice. Yeah, deepness 4. Is that a new record?
Will this have like I guess like in Hades you get like the overarching upgrades sort of to kind of uh improve you get that ability to like improve in the next run. Will this have that at all, I guess, or uh is it roguelike instead of rogue light, I guess is.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say
Ooh.
there. Yeah, there are other weapons that you can find, and then once you find them, you'll be able to equip them at the start. Pick the one you like, but there's no like progression really. We're saving that for maybe deeper two. We're trying to keep this one as simple as possible.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's not it's like a rogue like, not rogue
Light,
like.
yeah.
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 Or
A
maybe
little
maybe it's rogue light,
light
not
like.
not like.
I feel like it's closer to rogue because nothing carries over,
Yeah,
really.
yeah, nothing carries
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, I feel like it is a little bit of a mix between the two because of the weapon collecting, and we are hoping to have there be some weapons that are more powerful, and so it is like they're harder to get, and then once you get them, you're a little bit more powerful. But I would say that's kind of the only thing. and so I think it is closer to a rogue like than a rogue light.
Ooh. Did that stop time? Something stop time?
No, it gets
Okay.
stuck on the dead corpses colliders sometimes. So that was the wizard's fireball got stuck on a corpse.
Is there a like what's the highest score or deepness that you guys have gotten to?
That would be Jerome.
Yeah, probably.
I guess most of my tests have been pretty short, and we only recently made the change where you actually get ammo before level 3, so probably only 4 or 5 in the runs that I've made. That's with
Yeah.
trying to kill everything on the level, and as opposed to trying to go as deep as possible.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. My runs are usually just to test some particular thing and then just move on. But
hmm So you might have the record currently, Rob,
Yeah.
at 4.
Typical for me. That's not true.
but we do have like a difficulty curve, and there's like we can plot out how many enemy parties and what their composition is, and so you might I don't know if we've actually set it up to get harder after, I think, what was it, 30 levels or something like that, but
Yeah. Yeah, the functionality should be in there, but I don't think we have too much of an actual ramp up in difficulty. But we definitely have it so that they're changing parties based on the level. But I think it's pretty arbitrary what parties are on what level.
And can you go, like, if I go back in here, do I go back to the previous level or
nope, you just go deeper.
okay,
Yeah, you just happen to spawn close to the
to the thing. Okay.
Yeah, that's why we're trying to get like a key mechanic where you have to find the key to leave, and then you just go down to the next level.
And is there like a story kind of? Am I this demon child? Maybe?
You're a kobold, and you're trying to get the treasure back for your dragon lord
Okay.
or lady.
Lord, Lady, Dragon. I don't think dragons tend to have nobility titles.
And the idea is that you're a different kobold every time, because the end result is your kobold dies. Not before it sends all the treasure back in a portal back to the dragon.
Conveniently.
Or it's like a bag of holding or something that as soon as you put it in, it just goes right back to the dragon's treasure or the dragon's sword.
Yeah.
The pickups are all like very nice.
Cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, the cleric res that fighter.
Ooh.
You
I accidentally hit. Okay. Nice. Okay.
It's been a while since you've died, right? Is the level number not going up?
No, I just died. I keep
did
dying.
just die.
I
Oh,
just
okay,
I
okay.
just restarted really quick.
Do we have the other
Like that.
weapons spawning yet?
No, that's my current task.
Ooh, can they shoot
So
each
that
other?
should be pretty soon. I was thinking we could do a little design talk here, I guess. I was thinking at least for the 3 weapons that make sense, the spear, the axe, and the sword, they have a chance to drop from the fighter. And then I don't know about the super secret super secret 4th weapon. I feel
Rob,
like go ahead.
as Rob was going to say, to answer your question, the wizard's magic missiles can hit other enemies and hurt them.
Yeah.
Oh.
His
Is
big
that
head
supposed to happen?
doesn't have a collider, so you gotta hit his little body. But yeah, so the super secret fourth weapon. I don't know what to have it drop on. I feel like it would be a little bit weird to have it drop from a fighter. But it could just drop from a chest or something. But anyway, that is what I'm currently working on, is the weapon drops.
What?
Yeah, I think we pretty soon need to change the enemies colliders. I changed the kobolds. I think it's in this version. Um, I changed the kobolds to be a little bit bigger. Um, and I think it still looks good even when you're standing up by a north wall. The reason that the colliders are kind of small is that we want the head to kind of peek past the wall a little bit when you're on the north side so that it looks a little bit more 3D. And so we have that for the enemies too, but I think we need to increase the size a bit.
Is this the zoomed in camera? Because we talked about moving the camera in a little bit.
Yes. The last thing we landed on was we wanted to test it even more zoomed in, but this is the initial zoom in that we
Oh,
did.
really?
25
Yeah.
tiles wide as opposed to 28 where it was before.
Yeah. How do you feel about the zoom, Ron?
I'm always. This might just be me, but I'm always a zoom out person.
Okay.
I always want to like. I like a small character, and I like being able to see more around me. So that's me. So I like where it's at now. I don't know if. I mean, I guess your guy would be pretty small if it was even further out, but I feel like if it was. Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, still some
Um,
procedural generation kinks to work out.
if it was closer, I don't know that I'd be as into it because you do kind of need to navigate around and see like what's around you a little bit. I feel like so. I don't know.
I
Like
mean,
to
we
me,
definitely. Well, go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say like Jedi. I've been watching. So that's why I'm a fake gamer because I just watch people play games now. So I was watching people play Jedi Survivor, and it's not too bad, but like even like a lot of like even that. Oh shit. Or maybe even like God of War. Like sometimes you're just so close. The character is like a third of the screen, and it's just too close for me. I don't know.
Yeah. I've been playing Zelda a lot, and I mean, as much as I love the game, I do often feel like it's too close to the.
Even there in Zelda, yeah, because like
Yeah.
Link is a little smaller, sort of to I don't know,
Yeah,
kind of make
it's
that.
not
Yeah,
usually too bad. When I'm riding the horse, though, it's like I feel like I can barely see anything because Link and the horse together take up like the whole screen.
yeah.
I was looking to buy the new Zelda games on my Switch, but I was like, oh, but then I mean, I have to buy Breath of the Wild, which I haven't played yet.
Honestly, depending on how much you care about story, you don't need to play Breath of the Wild first. Uh, uh, yeah, I think there's a few story beats that might confuse you a little bit if you did Tears of the Kingdom first. But overall, I mean, I think you're fine to just play Tears of the Kingdom if you don't care that much about that aspect
Well,
of it.
the problem I've been having is just like, I mean, I play a lot of games on the computer, and then I was like, if I buy it on the Switch, it's literally the only system I can play it on, which means I won't play a lot. You know, I'm at my desk playing games, not necessarily on my couch. So like, I have to convince myself that it's worth spending the money. It doesn't mean I don't want to play Breath of the Wild. It's just like, oh, it's $60 or $70, and then I was like, oh, am I really gonna play it on the couch? And it's been like what, 4 years or something since then. And now I'm like, oh, these are the only reason why I even bought the Switch was to have the Nintendo style games. So I probably should buy them, but go up to the middle, the one in the,
Oh,
never mind. Next time,
sorry.
go up to the one in the middle, because I wonder if those two hordes say different things. 'Cause you got like some unique stuff, right?
The unique stuff doesn't show up on that screen.
Oh, okay.
That screen just shows It definitely should. Yeah, the screen just shows coins and koalas, which aren't in the game anymore, which are just there for when I was testing when I was first creating that screen.
Okay.
I didn't go too far. I'm not the UI guy. I'm not good at UI.
Yeah,
So
that's me. I'm
yeah.
working on that. But yeah, so like, I probably get Breath of the Wild anyway. But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in some ways, I didn't play much. Like I don't know. Maybe I played 10, 12 hours of Breath of the Wild. I didn't get very far.
Uh-huh.
But it seems like you learn some of the basics of the world, like crafting or whatever, like how to sort of fight. But like you could, it's just like a video game, so you could just pick that up, I guess, too, and it wouldn't be that big a deal. Ooh.
I mean, there's a starting tutorial-like area in Tears of the Kingdom too.
Yeah. Ooh. Look at this guy.
Uh-oh. Is that a failure of? No, I guess not.
No,
Okay,
no,
cool,
you can
cool.
get around. Yeah.
Okay.
No, my procedural generation is flawless.
We did get it pretty good where can't necessarily happen, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously possible, I guess, that something went wrong, but I'm fairly certain that it should be impossible to have a closed off area.
Unless like a chest or something else that spawns after the lizard form.
Yeah.
Blocks it off.
Yeah, which is why we're gonna make it so that once you open up a chest, it disables its collider and you can walk through it, just in case a chest is blocking an area. And honestly, I mean, I don't know how it would look. Maybe it would look terrible, but we might even just want to disable the chest's collider to begin with. Because there's also a slight bug, or it's not a slight bug, it's a huge bug, but it has only a slight chance of happening, where if you spawn on a treasure chest, which is extremely unlikely but possible, and that treasure chest has a wall to the north of it, the player will like get bumped up to the north and then be in the wall, and that's not good. So
What is the smoke guy? There's like a cloaked guy. I didn't even notice that guy.
That's good.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to talk about that a little, Jerome?
Sure. So that cloaked guy is the rogue. Their primary state is like that little smoke or dust cloud that you see moving around, and then their sprite doesn't activate until they are either attacking or they're being attacked, or like like they're running away from you. So their default attack is to throw a dagger at you. If that dagger hits you, it will hurt you, but it will also take a coin from your inventory.
Ooh.
So we're thinking about making it to where if you don't have any coins in your inventory, that it might do double the damage or something along those lines. And if you approach the rogue, then it will start to run away. But if you let it get too far away, it'll turn and throw another dagger at you. But also, if you get too close and you don't kill it in time, then it will bring out a melee attack and attack you. So right now, they're probably the most difficult enemy. I'd say between them and the wizard that can switch between its magic missiles and fireball, and then just the fighter for it's just having the most health.
Yeah, fighters are the ones that I feel like if you're too casual, they'll really get you. Especially with, like I said earlier, with reading the abilities being a little tough. But I feel like fighters are, once you get used to them, you do exactly what you're doing, where you hit them and then back up a little bit, and then hit them and back up a little bit.
There's a
rogues,
dodge as well. If you hit maybe Alt or Control.
I think it's shift on.
Is it shift?
Left shift.
Ooh. Hold that on me. That's cool. Yeah, because you could speed run around kind of probably too.
Yeah, right now it
nice.
probably refills too quick. We can fix that later.
it is definitely something we should play test and tweak around a lot. But I kind of like the idea of you being able to scurry with it pretty frequently. Gives that, it's not a run ability, but it kind of gives you that feeling of being like a kobold just scurrying around a lot. So
Should we
I
make it
kind of
so
like
that
the. Go ahead.
should we make it so that maybe it just doesn't go as far? You can use it just as often, but
Oh shit.
That could be. Yeah, I mean that's what I would lean towards doing zero testing currently.
Oh fuck. They got me.
Yeah, those the rogues are tricky. Deepness
Damn.
4.
Damn. I got the 4 too. Oh shit. Okay, I'll die real quick. I meant to go back to the. There we go.
You can just hit escape and go back.
that Chroma Collective there will be happy to oblige with sending you to a quick demise.
That wizard's a real tennis fan. Game, set, match. So think of the one all the way on the top. Yeah, 331. That's probably what the other one says currently too. 0 koalas. Man, you haven't collected any koalas?
They showed up. I don't think I've seen one. Have.
Yeah, no, they're not in there anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. So where we use top-down engine, which is koala themed. And so when I was first testing the ability to hold multiple kinds of treasures and all that, I made a pickup object that was just used a koala sprite. And so originally some of the pickups were koalas, and that's why it says koalas there. It's a remnant from that, but I don't think there's going to be any koalas in this game.
I don't know. Maybe there's a koala
shit.
teddy bear rare treasure.
Maybe a teddy koala.
Mm-hmm.
Is the laser for anything or?
It's just
No,
for aiming.
it's going to be removed later.
I'd
But
say we definitely need something more Cobalt appropriate for whatever we'll use to denote that aim.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you use the controller, you can aim independent of moving. So that will show you where you're aiming,
Okay.
basically. But yeah, it is not fitting for a kobold. Going for deepness this time.
I am
Trying
going for this. Uh-oh, this guy's coming right at me. Oh shit.
He had other plans.
Oh damn. You know what?
Gotta be prepared. That lone wizard.
Is the do you find like is the I walk into that. I do shit. I do what I walk into the
Corgi engine. Yeah, we were talking about making different kinds of ammo that you can get, and each one does like a different thing. Yeah, I mean, I haven't done like huge deep dives into them, but I've played a lot of different games like this. I like, Nuclear Throne. I've played Hades. Um, played Enter the Gungeon. So I have done a lot of different games. I think for this game in particular, we were looking at like Nuclear Throne and Hades as major inspirations, and kind of Diablo a little bit. Zelda. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you're talking about powers, like for those games have like that rogue like quality where as you're playing you get to kind of keep adding abilities or some kind of special thing, and we're not really planning to do that. But there is that chest in there though. No, that's your score. Like you can go for two things. You can go deeper on the scoreboards, or you can go for your total treasure. So those would be the two ways you can try to compete. Your fill. Yeah. Yeah, so if you were to go to like the leaderboards, you would see your maybe your last 10 scores. You'd be able to compare that with other players. And then the horde is just like the total for everything. Ongoing tally. Yeah. And oh, we were also thinking about a leaderboard that is just like more for fun than it is for competition, but who's got the most, like the biggest horde kind of thing. Well, um, we made a decision to try to finish it up by the end of June. It's got a lot of things. Functionally, a lot of it is there, and we'll probably be finished with it functionally. But polish-wise, it definitely needs a lot more work. But come June, we're gonna try to at least have a version available to play with a lot of art in there. Um, but I don't know if it will be done, but it will definitely be like we need to work on something else for a while. Well, we'll probably put it on itch.io for sure. If we get it to a better state where it's more polished, then yeah, Steam Deck I think is one of the platforms we wanted to try to support, and try to do the Apple trifecta. Mac OS, um, Apple TV, um, iOS, but it will be like iOS requires controller or something like that. Rob's totally going for that deeper count rather than treasures. So speed run sounds because I know you asked, and I guess someone else asked, right? What could be a speed running? What mechanic could we add makes speed running a more viable, you know, um, way to go about running the game? Oh, damn it!
About speed run um, leaderboard. I mean, I don't know exactly how we do that, but I think the deepness leaderboard is kind of the closest thing. I guess it's not quite a speed run because there's still times where being careful and sneaking past enemies is the goal.
Holy
Um,
fuck!
oh my god! But see, I mean, in an instance like that, there's a bunch of enemies and you just dash past them and get to the hole. I think that's fairly close to a speed run. It's definitely not exactly that, but
And
I
I
think
guess if we put in the keys that you only get through chests, getting to all those chests as fast as possible.
yeah,
And I feel like for like a speedrun board, it should be the fastest to like a certain level, whether it's 50 or 100. And then
yeah,
that way. Because
yeah.
otherwise, I mean, there could just be a timer counting up, but that's really just counting how long you last, as opposed to like actually trying to run through it as fast as possible.
Yeah, yeah, but if we just pick a level, yeah, no, that makes sense. If we want there to be a speed run mechanic, we just pick a level, say 50. If you don't make it to 50, you're not getting on the board at all for the speed run mechanic. And then if you do make it to 50, whoever made it to 50 the fastest gets.
Yeah, and I guess you can do that in tiers, like who makes it to 50 the fastest, who makes it to, I would say 25, 50, 75, 100, that kind of thing. And then you can have a tiered leaderboards for speed runs. Like I made it to level 25 in, a minute and a half kind of thing. Maybe someone makes it in, you know, minute and 45 seconds, but then you can do like I made it to level 100 in, 5 minutes.
Hmm. I feel like we wouldn't necessarily. Well, go ahead, Drum. I've
No,
been
no, I
talking a
was
lot.
just agreeing.
Uh, I feel like, I mean, we could do that. I feel like I'm not quite sure what it adds having multiple tiers of it. Like we get to, a speed run being to 50 is kind of the same as a speed run to 100. It's just
Mm-hmm.
easier to get to that board, get on that board.
Right. Well, that's what I'm thinking. It's like it's easier to do a speed run for 25 levels. It's a little bit harder to do a level 100 speed run, you know.
Yeah.
So the challenge
that's
levels, yeah.
777?
Uh-oh.
Oh!
You broke it. What the heck?
What happened? Huh.
You die?
I got the deepest.
Wow, I guess so. Huh.
I must have beat whatever my previous thing
You
was,
put
right?
it right in.
So 777 is
Oh, that's
the
cool.
default for the scene. It's just what it says there. So it's just the default text for that. I usually use sevens because they're the longest number. So I make sure if 4 sevens fit there, 4 anything will fit there. But I don't know why it did that. That's kind of
There's probably a
weird.
null reference exception somewhere, and
Yeah.
if that's the case, then it probably didn't start the game. Like maybe it didn't. I noticed it didn't instantiate the player, so
Yeah.
you know, and maybe it didn't instantiate the. It could be that one of the parties has a null reference in it, so when it went to place the parties, one of them didn't spawn. You know,
Yeah.
couldn't you go back to the main menu?
The button didn't click there
Oh,
for
weird.
whatever
Huh.
reason. I don't know.
Well, it is past 9, so this might be a good place to
Yeah, we're
start calling it
okay.
anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, that was our second second podcast. I'm gonna close your window. Or I guess I could do this. There we go. So yeah, that was our second alpha test of a podcast. If you're watching this, you want to leave a comment, do so. Let us know what you think, what we can do to improve it, or we're trying to keep it as casual as possible, not to get too formalized with it. We want to keep it like fun and organic, and just devs talking about stuff that they enjoy doing. So we're probably not going to get too formal with it, but if you got some things you think would improve it, we're all ears. And yeah, we're going to try to do this once a month for the Quadra Dev Talk, but we're also going to try to do an art shop talk as well, where we have an artist doing a time lapse, not live, but we'll have a time lapse playing of them working on art, and then we'll talk about art as it relates to game dev, and we're going to try doing that in June. So stay tuned for another Quadra Dev talk shop in June, and then a Quadra Art talk shop in June as well. All right. Any saved rounds? Anyone want to say anything? Oh, yeah. Okay, that's right. That's the weapon test room. Any saved rounds for anyone? Anyone want to last things to say? Nice. Congratulations. Jerome, were you going to say something? Oh, yeah, the social channels are, well, for Twitter, it's at QuadraTron Games. We don't have anything for Ice Planet yet. We should probably talk about putting that together. Get a little social media presence for yourself. Obviously, there's YouTube. You can find out the Discord link, the invite link at the Twitter page and on the YouTube page. We have a Quadratron website. Quadratron's kind of like a publisher at this point. So we're publishing our own little indie game studios games. So I think in the next month or so, I probably should have a little bit more information on that page with where to find various things. So Twitter at Quadratron Games, and obviously the YouTube should have a link to our webpage, which is quadratron.com. Anything else? Does anyone else have? Rob, what are your socials? All right. Yeah, I guess in the future we can totally pull that up on a web browser and show it off. I'll have to remember that for next time. I'm actually I got the oh here I can switch this. There we go. So we got Rob Nally, Twitter. Um, yeah, next time I'll plan that a little bit better. Yeah, this is only an alpha build for the podcast. Yeah, wait till we hit beta. Yeah. All right. And I guess that's it. We'll talk to you later. Stop on the stream.